see. So, hello. Yeah. So, we have been just, uh, you guys can hear me first, tell me. So you can see my screen, right? Yeah.
Yeah, audible. It's audible.
Okay, fine. Yeah. Okay. Fine. So you know that uh, we are working on the lightning experience part. Okay. So we have seen how to create lightning based applications. Uh, Yeah, all right. See, in the last session, we have been worked on the lightning experience part. At that time, we have been created, uh, we have worked on the lightning app builder. So with the help of lightning app builder, we have been created app pages, the tab pages and the home pages. And we have been lightning record pages, app pages, and this home tab related stuff we have been worked, and we drag and drop some of the standard components which is already available inside a Salesforce. We have been drag and dropped and we've been used, right? So similarly, similarly we can also use our own customized components. Today we'll see how to use a customized component. So these are the standard components where we drag and drop, right? So similarly, let me use my own component today. So come here, click on this setup. So here you can see an option called developer console. Let it load. Here you can see a developer console. Just click on that. So we already have a knowledge on developer consoles, right? So we are going to be write a coding part there. Okay. Okay, let's close all this stuff, right? So we know how we have been written Apex class, how we have written a triggers, right? You just click on this file and clicking on the new and you have been used this stuff, right? So similarly, today I'm going to create a lightning application by just clicking on the new and clicking on the lightning component. Okay. So this is a first my first lightning component. Okay. You will get a clarity about these options. Okay. You will get a clarity about these options. These are very, very important for us. Okay. So you have to be remember one thing. Okay, you have to be remember one thing. Whatever the lightning component you're going to be built, okay, that will be used inside your lightning experience only. Okay, so as I repeat my statement, so what are the lightning component you're going to be built, that will be used inside a lightning experience. Okay, you're going to use this lightning component inside a lightning experience as a part of lightning tab or a lightning page. Don't ask me what is lightning experience. Okay, we have a classic, right? Similarly, we are having a lightning experience. So what are the components? See, what are the visual force page, what are the visual force pages you built, that is used for the Salesforce classic part. Okay, now what are the lightning components you are going to be built, that is used for the lightning experience, that is observation. Now, how you given your lightning, how you given your visual force page to a classic means you given your visual force page as a tab, visual force page tab. Okay, on record detail page you have been embedded, you given as a buttons, you given as an actions, right? You put it on the home page. Similarly, you can do it the same stuff. Okay, if you follow the visual force pages, okay, and you can simply you can make it into the lightning components. So now what are the lightning component I'm going to be created, where this lightning component is going to be used means inside a lightning experience. Where inside a lightning experience, if you want to give it as a tab, you just click on this option. If you want to show it on the pages, you just click on this option, like app pages, home pages. Okay, if you want to give it as a record detail page, you will need to select this option. If you want to give it as a community part, you need to give this option. If you want to access this lightning component as a quick actions, you have to use these options as an actions. So if you don't require, uncheck it. If you don't require, uncheck it. Okay, so I'm checking all these options so far, clicking on submit. Okay, see, so when you create a component, you will get a bundle. Okay, when you create a component, this is not coming. You can say it as a bundle. Let me open one more time. See, I just created a lightning component where all lightning components will be available. So this is what we have been created. Just select this option, click open. Okay, click this option, click open, select this, click on this component, click select it. Okay, so this is what the lightning component what we have been created. So, you know, when you create this lightning component, you will get a bundle structure. Okay, so you will get a bundle structure. Let's close all this stuff because I refreshed the screen because it is not completely loaded. See, so when you create a component, we can call it as a bundle. Okay, these are component file, controller file, helper file, style file, documentation, rendered, okay, design and svg. There is a much importance of this all these files, so wait for the time being. Okay, wait for the time being. So this is nothing but a lightning bundle. Okay, lightning bundle. So you know, as like your visual force page, whatever the stuff you write, that must be available inside this aura component. Okay, so if you want to develop your lightning components, if you want to develop your lightning components, you have to be rely on your aura framework. Okay, this is the aura framework what we are having. Okay, this is the aura framework what we are having. Okay, and this is a tag name, open tag, and this is a close tag. Okay, and this is nothing but an interface. So implements, these are the interfaces. So daily we are going to be working on these interfaces. Wait for the time being. Okay, and this is nothing but an access specifier. Like you will write apex class, right? So how you're writing an apex class? Public class, like that, right? Similarly, I'm also making my component as a visibility, and I'm just making as a global as a visibility. Okay, you will get clarity on these implements. Wait for the time being. Okay, so so people will ask you what is aura component. Aura component means it is a bundle. How many files are there in the bundle? 8 files are there. What are they? Component, controller, helper, style, document, render, design, and svg. So based on the importance, we will get it and touch down. No worries. Okay, so people will ask you what is a lightning bundle means. These are the 8 components you have to say. Okay, and you have to elaborate each and every component file as well. So wait for the time being. And this is a open tag and this is a closed tag. Whatever the stuff you want to write, you must write in between this. Okay, So this is what I have been created. Whatever stuff you want to write, you write it. Okay. I just written this one. This is a Aura component. You know, the beauty of Aura component is you can reuse these Aura components. Okay, you can reuse these Aura components. Let us tell you, right now at the moment, I just created a Lightning application. Okay, I just created a Lightning based application right now. I just created a Lightning application. I mean, sorry, I just created a Lightning component. No matter how much UI I have been given, forget about the UI part here. Okay, designing and stylings, forget about those parts. I just created a Lightning component. Now I want to see the output of this one, how the end user can view it. Okay, you should have an idea. Okay, if you want to give this Aura component as a tab, that means I want to give it as a tabs, custom tab. You come here, click on setup. Type like a tab. Here you can see a tabs. Right? So earlier we worked on custom tabs and we worked on the Visual Force page tabs. So, and we also worked on the Lightning page tabs in the last session with the help of App Builder we have been created. Today we are working on the Visual Force page components tabs. Okay, we are working on the Lightning component tabs. Today we are working on the Lightning component tab. You just click on this new button. Choose your Lightning component. Okay. So you know why this Lightning component is visible here? Only because of this interface. Let us say, for example, I remove this interface and save it. I remove that interface. Okay. Now refresh this screen. Just refresh the screen and check it whether that tab is available or not. So see, I'm unable to view it. Go back. Click on tab. Scroll down. See, there is a Lightning component tab. Click on new. See, I cannot view it. The reason is you never provided that interface. So that is the importance of this interface. If you want to show, understand these statements, make a note of this. If you want to show your Lightning component as a tab, okay, you need this interface, app hostable interface. You need this interface. Okay, that is very important for you. So now I given and I refreshed it. Now you come here and refresh this screen. See, now I can see that component here. So I just given a Lightning custom tab. This is not belongs to our project. We just given it. Click on next. Scroll down. It is asking for profile level security. So we have been given it. First time we have created tabs. Now you come here. Click on view all. View all. These are Lightning custom tab. So this is the first time we have been created a tab. Just click on that. See, you can see high switch. This is a custom Aura component. First time we have created our own component. Okay. First time we have created our own component, custom Aura component. Not only this one. Okay. So we are having some home page, right? This is a home page, right? So let me reload this home page. Okay. So I want to add that custom component under this one. So let me try. How can I add it? Click on this option. There is an option called edit page. Click edit page. See, all these are nothing but standard components given by Salesforce, right? So this is the first component where we have been created. Now, if you want, you can drag and drop it here. See, I just reused that component. I use the same component as a tab, and I'm using that component as a here. So how this one is coming picture here means because of this interface. Because of this interface. Okay, it is coming. Okay. Save it. Click on back button. See, this is a custom component, whatever you have been created, and it is showing onto the screen here. Okay, I showed as a tab. I showed on the home page. In one of the section also I have been showed you. Not only that one. Okay, so there is an app we have been created, right? We have created app page, Lightning app page. There also you can drag and drop it. So what is that? SMB. This app page what we have been created. So this app page where we have been created, let me provide that stuff here. Okay, so you just open this app page, click on here, click on edit page. So a flexi page will be open for you in the app builder. So these are the standard components, and this is a custom component. How it is visibling means because of this region only, again, because of this interface only. It is loading. Yeah. So now you drag and drop your component here. Save it. Go back. So this is what your customers component where we are doing. So these are the ways where we are giving our Lightning components to the end user, so they can access from the tabs. Okay, they can access from the tabs. Okay, they can access from the you know, as app pages. They can access from the as app pages. Okay, let it load. Or else they can access from the home. Okay, then access from the home. Okay, they can access as a tabs, as an app pages. So whatever stuff they want, they can access it. So you can reuse a Lightning component in multiple ways. That is the beauty of this Lightning component. Okay, not only this one. You come to the account, open any one of the account record. So this is our account record detail page, right? So we have been adjusted this one in the last session, right? Okay, by using a flexi page. So today also we have been manipulated this. So there is an option called edit page. I just open that record and click on edit page. Now it is opens a Lightning record detail page, Lightning page. So if you want to do anything else, so you are going to do it for a record home. Okay, what are the stuff you want to do it, you can do it from the record home. So scroll down. So this is a custom component. Now again I'm reusing that custom component. I will put it here. Save it. Back. See, on the record detail page also, as like Visualforce page, I'm showing my Lightning Aura component, right? So there are many ways you can show your Lightning component. And here it is saying that you can also show it as a community. So we don't have a communities right now at the moment, so we cannot show it. And there is another option called as Lightning Quick Action. So let me show it as a Lightning Quick Action. Lightning Quick Action means, let us say for example, I am just in the contact. I just open a contact record. We know that, right? This is a contact record detail page. This is a contact record detail page, and these are nothing but a quick actions in that contact, right? These are all nothing but a quick actions, right? Okay, now I want to place a button here for this. I want to place a button here. And when I click on that button, I want to launch my Aura component. So to do that, click on this setup. Sorry. To do that, open this object first. Not click on edit page. Just open this edit object first. Just click on edit object. There is a options called as buttons, links, and options here. Button links. Now click on new action. See, again go to the contact skeleton. Click on this. There is an option called actions. So click on these actions. Now, whatever the stuff you want to be go and create. Okay. Choose your target object. Sorry. Choose your activity type. My activity type is nothing but a lightning component. Earlier we worked on a visual force base. Today we are working on the lightning component. So when I choose a lightning component, we are having only one lightning component. So that's why it is already choose it. See, if you're not giving this interface, okay, you cannot show your lightning component as a quick action. So this is a name I given for our easy understanding part. So now this action is ready, but you have to add this action to the layout. Okay. So this action is related to this object and it is having this component. Now you go to this object first, click on the layouts, choose that layout first. This is the layout. This is the master layout, what we are reviewing right now. So on this layout, okay, when you scroll down here, you have to add a button here. So how you can add? There is an option called mobiles and lightning actions. Click on this. Earlier we worked on fields, buttons, okay, related lists, and some visual force based kind of a stuff. Okay, today we are working on mobiles and lightning actions. Click on this option. When you click on this option here, you can see Salesforce mobile link, Salesforce mobile and lightning experience. Some of the people, this won't be enabled for you. So there will be a link here. Okay, when you open a page, you can see a link, but you cannot see such kind of a section. You just click on that link, it will be expanded. Okay, so now what is that name here? Quick action contact. It's simply drag and drop it. That's it. Save it. So it saved it successfully. Now go and open your contact. Reload it. Reload it multiple times. Click this option. Here you can see quick action contact. So this is a button what we are having here. So now when you click on this button, a model pop-up will be opened. Here you can see your Aura component. Okay. See, I showed you multiple ways. Watch this video one more time. I showed as a lightning tab. I showed as a lightning app page. I have been shown on the home page sections. I can be shown you. Okay. On the record detail page, I have been shown you, and on the quick action also you can do it. Okay. So these are the ways where you can perform. You can enable your lightning component. Okay. So to create a lightning component, click on the file, click on new. You have to choose it as a lightning component. And when you're creating this lightning component, you have to give these options here. Okay. So this is the way how you create a lightning component. And this is the way how you give your lightning component to an end user. First, you have to pass this option. First your point is first benchmark point for you is think how to create a lightning component. Think how we can give it as to an end user. That's it. No matter how much big lightning component you have created. Okay. That's one thing. And there is an options for us here. Okay. Lightning component library. So every developer has to open this lightning component library. Click on this component references. So when you're working on components or a component, you have to look into these options. when you're working on web components, you have to look into this one. Okay, then you can click on this developer guide, whatever it. So but you're working on Aura, so you have to look into this. These are the tags what we are going to use. Right now we have been used Aura component. Just click on this Aura component. Okay, this is a developer guide. You can see it is saying the root of a component hierarchy. It provides a default rendering implementations. Okay, that means this is the root of the all the tags. Okay, whatever the design you write inside it. That's it. Okay, and it shows the targets. It can be visible in experience. Okay, in community sites, mobile apps. Okay, on the Visualforce pages. So many stuffs are there. So these are documentation. These are the attributes what it is having. So right now we have been used attributes as implements and access. So in the next coming days we can do it. No worries. Okay, next coming days we can deal so many things. Okay, we are going to use extensibles. Okay, so many things we are going to use. Controller we are going to be used. Wait for the time being. Okay, and this is the API guide for every developer has to open, and you have to be go through this one. So creation of lightning components are very simple, and usage of that lightning components are very simple. Okay, but put more concentration. Right now I just created a lightning component. That's it. Now close this one. I just closed it. Now when you're working on the lightning components, you should maintain some basic idea. When you're working on lightning components, you should maintain some basic idea saying that, okay, you should maintain some basic idea saying that build a component like this. See, I repeat my suggestion. Don't ever concentrated on the UI part in the lightning initially, because there are some bindings are there. We can call it as data bindings. Okay, so this data binding is very important. So without the data binding, if you're working on the UI part, completely collapse. So don't ever concentrate on the building of UI. Okay, as part of some people goes for adding the colors, adjusting the screens, applying the padding, margins. Forget about all this stuff. Those are not required for us as for the time being. We'll get it into the time. Okay, so this is a lightning component you have to build. Okay, you have to build, and right now we have been displayed a string here, right? Data here, right? Okay, so you have been shown this data hard coded, right? I don't want to go with hard coded. Okay, so just see this one. I just given a data binding component. Again, I'll use for all these references if required. I'm not using for communities. I just remove this one. Experienced builder site pagement is for communities. Okay, so this is the Aura component. This is the Aura component, and this is the interface, and this is the axis where we are having. Okay, now if you remember our Apex class, how you are writing Apex class here? Public class. Okay, this is our Apex class, right? Okay, this is our Apex class, right? This is the way how we write our Apex class, right? If you remember. Okay, so generally how you declare a variable here? You're declaring variable like this: public string person name. Like this you're holding your Apex class variable. Yes, the same variable you have written in anonymous window. Okay, you have written in the anonymous window, right? The same variable you have been used in your Apex class. If the class is public, your string must be a public. Okay, so this is a variable declaration, right? So let us see how we can declare a variable inside a Lightning component. Always take the inspiration from others. Always take the inspiration from other components. So this is the way how you write a variable, right, inside your Apex class. Similarly, if you want to write a variable inside your Aura component, means there is an option called Aura handler. Sorry, Aura attribute. What is that? Aura attribute. So in Aura attribute, you just mention a name, okay, and type and default. Default name is nothing but I can give this name, person name, and type is nothing but a string. I can, that means I'm storing a string value, and default value, what are the value here? We are having a default value. You can be changed it. I just given this one, right? Now you got a clarity. This is nothing but a variable declaration. Yes, person name is a variable. What type of that variable? It's a string. What data is holding right now at the moment? It's a default value. It is showing my name. So now, so how you use this variable here? How you use this variable? Let's say, for example, if you're using system.debug or something, whatever it may be, you will write like this, right? So that means if you declare a variable, whatever the data it is there, it will print it here, right? Okay. Similarly, I want to use this variable. How you are using this variable means, okay, how we are using this variable means, you put braces like this, exclamatory mark like this, v dot, and put this one. You got it? This is a value provider. We can call it as a value provider. V is nothing but a view. V is nothing but a view. This is nothing but a variable. Okay. View means this component view. This dot cmp is nothing but a view. Okay. It's a measured function, dynamic measured function. That's why we wrote this kind of an expression. Now let me save it. First time we have written a variable declaration and we stored a default value. Okay. And there is a default value. We are trying to print it. Now let me see how can I use this one. So you can use that one as a multiple parts. Okay. So let's click on this setup, or else you can drag and drop it. Okay, whatever stuff you want, you can drag and drop it, or you can show it as a tab or whatever it may be. I'm showing it as a tab. See here, I can see that one. Click on next. Click on save. Right? We are having a data bindings here. Now, you come here, open that tab, data bindings tab. Now you can see my name here. Right? So this is the way how you store a data into the variable and how you represent a variable here. Okay, so not only this stuff, so you can use integers. Okay, you can use integers, you can use primitive data types, you can use as subject to data types like account and contacts. It will coming into the next coming sessions. Okay, it is coming into the next coming sessions. So today your job is to display Lightning component in various aspects. That's one of the important thing. And display your attribute. Okay, display your attribute, and you can try to do something stuff. Okay. Now we know that in Apex class, okay, in Apex class, we will write like this, right? For example, what do you mean by this one? Can anyone tell me?
Method.
Not a method. Can anyone tell me what is this? Constructor. Method will be like this here. Public void do something. Okay, return type will be available for methods. Constructor means both class name and constructor must be the same. I think you forgot. So just go and observe your fundamentals of your Apex class. You can remember it. Okay. So constructor means whenever the class loads, this constructor will load first. Whenever class loads, this constructor will load first. That means in the part of loading, also, okay, I can assign a 1 second, Control Z. In the part of loading component also, I can assign a data. Okay. Initially, there is no value in this variable, but whenever the class loads, okay, I can assign a variable here. Similarly, you can do it inside your Lightning component. Whenever you want to be load your component, at that time, if you want to do assignments or anything else, we'll use one concept that is called as Aura handler. That is a constructor kind of a stuff in your side your Aura component. So it will have a name, it will have a value, and it will have an action. 3 parameters will be there. Name means you can give anything. I just given as a init, and value it have like this format, and you can give the action of anything. So C dot onload function. So this is a function. First time we are going for a function. That means what is the importance of this handler means that too when you use this function and init functionalities means whenever this component is loaded, this function is going to be loaded. That means this option is going to be loaded. This function is going to be loaded. Where you will define this function means this controller. What is this controller? We can call it as a client side controllers. We can call it as a client side controller. Just click on this controller. Okay, just click on that controller. See, there is a connectivity between this component and controller. The connectivity is this one. So technically we can call it as a method. Okay, some people in JavaScript terminologies, we can call it as a function. Okay, so this is an onload function. I just copy this function and I put it here. Okay, I put it here. Now whenever this component is loaded, okay, and let me create another variable for better understanding. I just given a company name and I'm not giving any value here. I'm not giving any value. So this is a break statement, this is a HTML tag. That means it goes to the next stuff. Next line. Okay, company name. I'm just giving this company name as like this. Save it. I never given any value in this company name. Okay, I never given any value in this company name. Okay, let us see what happens. Save it. Reload this one. Company name, it is not showing anything because you never given any default value here. In the part of onload, if you want to assign a value to this one, that means you want to go and use the Aura handler init functionality, and this function will be loaded. C dot means this controller. C is nothing but this controller. This is also called as value provider. Second time we are using value provider. This is another value provider. This is another value provider. This is a V dot means view. This view. C means this controller. That means V ante idi. If this C is nothing but this one. Okay, so this function is going to be loaded. This is, you can use console.logs. I'll tell you about console.logs later, not right now. Okay, so now I want to set a value for this variable. Understand, now I want to set a value for this variable. How you are setting a value for this variable means, very simple. Okay, where this variable is available, it is available inside this component. This component reference is here, right? So now you have to use this component dot set off. You're going to set a new value. For whom you are going to be set a value? This one. So this is nothing but a value provider. So you have to put v dot, okay, and give your something, whatever the stuff. Whatever the stuff you want to give it. Save this one. This v is nothing but a view. In this view, you are having a company name, where this complete view is available in this component. This component is nothing but what? This component. Okay, that's what, there is a connectivity. Whenever this aura component is loaded, this handler is going to be loaded. It reaches here like this, 1 2 3, it goes here. Why it goes here means you put c dot, so that was definitely it goes here. Okay, and it checks whether this function is available or not. Yes, here it is available. Okay, and then go inside. Component means this one. This component is nothing but this .cmp file, and you are setting a value dynamically. Okay, and this is a value what you have been set. Let me save it, come back and reload it. See, a value has been assigned. A value has been assigned. That is a beauty. Okay, this is a hard coded. This is a dynamic. Whenever it is loaded, this stuff has been loaded. Whenever it is loaded, this stuff has been loaded. Not only that one. Now what I'm thinking is, okay, I want a button here. When I click on the button, let's fill up another attribute data. Now I want to fill this company address. Okay, so when I clicking on this, when I click on the button, it has to print it. Okay, so what I'm expecting is, I want a button here. So when you click on this button, this data has to be populated dynamically. To do that, you need not to do anything else. Come here, open your component library. Okay, type here like button. In Aura components, you can see lightning button. Just click on that. There are different types of buttons are there. Which button you want, you can go and use it. So I will use the third button. It's a blue color button. I just copied it. So how you have been open this here component library. So we are just using the API. Here you can see the Aura in the components in the lightning. There is an option called buttons. You just click on that. The different types of buttons are there, and there are some variations also available. So what kind of buttons are available? If you want, you can check it and use it. But as for the time being, today you go with the basic buttons. So I just copied this third button here and go to your lightning component. Place it here. This is a button where we have been created, and this button is nothing but a standard component given by the Salesforce. See, this is a custom component which we are creating. This is a standard component which is given by the Salesforce. It's a button component. Variant means design. Variant means design. Like in car models, we have variant models, right? Similarly, there are different types of variants are there. Okay. So this is a branded variant actually. So you can change your name, get address. So this is a button name. Okay. When you hover that button name, it will show the title for you. So when you click on this button, you want to perform some action, right? Let's say this is also one of the button. When you click on this, this window is going to be closed. This is also one kind of a button. When you click on this, it moves like this. When you click on this, again, it will come back. It is not coming. Okay. How can I bring it? Okay. Okay. So now where you can write this method? So this is nothing but an action. Okay. On click. Okay. Some people write action, whatever it may be. So where you're going to write this function means here only. Put comma, put this one. Okay. Copy this stuff, paste it here and close it. So there must be a differentiation between these two methods separated with a comma. If you're not providing comma, it will show a problem for you. So you have to provide it as a comma. Now this, come here and use this variable. So where this variable is available, it is available in the component. Come here, use this component dot set off. You are setting a value. It's a general common English language. V dot. V is nothing but this view, and you are going for a company address. So just give a value. Okay, I just given as a value, something value. Just save it. Now come here. Check your screen. So reload it. Just click on that option. So it is reloaded. See here we are having, this is a hard-coded value and this is a dynamic value on the part of onload value is coming here. The value is not available here. But when you click on this button, the value will be provided here. See, the value is provided. So these kind of actions, that what I would like recommend you to do work from today. Okay. So today your job is first create a lightning component. First create a lightning component. Okay. Then try to put that lightning component in different resources. Give it as a tab, give it as app page, give it under the home page, give it onto the lightning record page. So like that, you please give it. Like that, you please give it. Okay. Then later, what you have to be think about the variable declarations. Okay, how the data is holds. So because holding the data is very important for us. So we can do hard coded, and in the part of onload we can initialize a variable and we can assign a data. In the part of on click also we can assign a variable of the data. So today you have to be work on this. Tomorrow what we have to do it, okay, I will build some component. Okay, tomorrow I'm going to do this one. This is your lightning component. Okay, this is your lightning component, and this is your database. And database has some lead records. This is a lead object and it has some lead records. I want to bring those lead records into my lightning page, lightning component. We'll see that in the next session. Okay, so this is what I would like to deliver today. Okay, slow and steady win the race is very important for you. Okay, so first get hands on the binding things. No point of concentrated on the UI. some people trying to create a UI part. At that time, you will miss the binding things. So today we have seen how to declare a variables. We have done from the client side only. Okay, this side only we have done. We never touched on the server. This is a client. This is server. This is a client and this is server. Okay, so tomorrow we will bring server data to our Lightning component. That is a concept. That is one kind of a binding. And the next day, we will send our Lightning data to the server. Are you understanding? So all this comes under as binding things. When you get the hands-on on the binding things, how to bring the data from Lightning component into the server and from server to Lightning component. Okay. And next, how we can maintain a communication between the Lightning components. If you get hands-on on that, so definitely any kind of a Lightning component you can easily work on. Okay, so I'll post this video immediately, and tomorrow there is no session for you. I'm going to take session it on again on 9th because alternative days. So just wait for a couple of days because another batch is running because your batch is lagged actually. Okay, so that's why there is a problem. Conflict is going on at the 8:30 batch. Okay, so our sessions are like alternative days. Okay, you will get some hands-on time and please be practice. So I will be available in the WhatsApp so that I can tell you. So this is up to happen like this week or next week. Okay, so please be adjusted it. Okay, so today I just given your tasks, so please complete those tasks. Okay, this is very important. When you're working on, still you're working, some I see still I see still people are working on admin part. Forget about that. Okay, still some people are working on triggers. Forget about that. Please be concentrate on Lightning only. This is very important. First time today we have created our own component and we have been used in multiple ways. We have shown how the end user has going to be accessing. Okay, and we are working on the data binding part. We just started data binding part. Okay, it's a data binding part is never ending concept. Okay, it will coming into the picture. Okay, so that's what I would like to deliver today. We'll see in the next session on 9th. It's the same time at 8:30. So please be available. Meanwhile, you'll get some hands-on. So if everything is done, you please try to bring data of lead objects data into your Lightning component. If you have time, please do it. Okay, and come to the next session. So when I'm explaining, you'll get a better clarity. Okay, everything is a lively coded. Every code is a lively cooked. Okay, no more showing the data or showing the existing code or nothing is there. Okay, so please be careful. Yeah, that's it for today. I'll post this video immediately in the drive. Go through it and watch this multiple times, and please be practicing. Thank you guys. If you have any doubts, you can ask me now, or else we can wind up the session. Still we are having like 6 more minutes.
అన్న ఒక క్వశ్చన్ అన్న.
చెప్పు.
హలో.
చెప్పు.
అన్న ఇప్పుడు మనము యాప్ బిల్డర్ లో మనము అట్ ఏ టైం అంటే మనకి ఇమీడియట్ గా ఒక సర్టన్ టైం అంటే ఈవినింగ్ 5 o'clock కల్లా ఇది షెడ్యూల్ చేయాలంటే ఎలా?
అలాంటివి ఉండవు
అంటే మన ఇంటర్వ్యూ క్వశ్చన్ అడిగారు.
ఏంటి యాప్ బిల్డర్ లోనా?
వర్క్ ఫ్లోస్ లో అనుకుంటా.
యాప్ వర్క్ ఫ్లోస్ లో అయితే అవుతుంది. ఓకే, వర్క్ ఫ్లోస్ దేర్ ఇస్ an option for you, right? Time cron expressions you can include it. Okay, but you cannot do it into the app builder. App builder అలాంటి పాసిబిలిటీ లేదు. Okay, okay, that's it for today. We'll see in the tomorrow session. Thank you. I mean next session.